This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. In today's class, what we'll talk is we'll be talking about Azure Databricks. Okay, what is this? This is generally a service, that is PaaS service provided by Microsoft, that is Azure or Microsoft, which is used to process big data. Okay, so what happens here is we were doing this is for on demand processing or real time processing. You can use it. So here you can process st- structured and semi structured, not sorry, unstructured data. So audio processes behind the scenes. When you say Azure Databricks, when you create this, you create a workspace under this, and after once the workspace is created, you need to create a cluster. So what is a cluster is? That is nothing but Apache Spark cluster that you are going to get. So what is Apache Spark now? So this is Spark. As I told you, Hortonworks and Cloudera. This is the open source one. Open source software, or you can say framework, which contains Hadoop and Spark. Okay. So what is Hadoop? It is nothing but batch processing. So when you are say batch processing, what should I have? Nothing but you batch processing is nothing but you schedule something. Schedule to process the data at some time. Okay, this is what you do. Generally, you schedule, you define a pipeline or some job to process the data at particular time. Okay, that is batch processing. What is Spark now? So the Spark here, what you have, Hortonworks, all this is only they have one of the flavor from here, Hortonworks or Cloudera. They have taken from here and they are embedded in Apache Spark. Okay, Apache Spark is not the product of Microsoft. It has taken from third vendor and included that service integrated in Azure Databricks. Okay, yeah. Then what is this Spark then? That is in-memory processing. Okay, right. So when you say in-memory processing, this while processing data, old data is hold in memory, that is RAM. So while it is processing, it will keep all the data in the RAM. So you need to understand now. So based on the data, on the size of data, the RAM should be at least 2 or 3 times higher. Okay, 2 or 3 times higher. So this is what in-memory processing. So processing happens very much fast compared to batch. So when you say batch processing, so it what happens? It is nothing but batch processing, also called as disk processing, is called disk processing. So when you say disk processing, here your infrastructure of the machine, that is server, should be high. Okay, so now as I told you previously, when Spark has not come, previously, that is Spark has not come, at the time Hadoop used to be there, right? Hadoop has come, on top of that Spark has come. So when Hadoop was there, Hadoop used to use map reduce, okay, for processing data. That is what batch processing or disk processing, and infrastructure should be high. So to get over rid of this, the people have come with the Spark, and Spark is nothing that they have added here in Azure Databricks, and that is nothing but a PaaS service provided by Microsoft to process big data, and that too for structured and unstructured data only. So what we used to do previously is, okay, right now just see, we have FTP, right? When Databricks has not come, just an FTP or SFTP or virtual machine. Here there used to be something called on-premise files, right? From there, what you do, you take, okay, where you put on Azure storage or Azure data lake store, right? Nothing but this is storage repository. So how do you get this? You get using Azure Data Factory, right? This is what you used to do. After that, what you used to do? You used to put in Azure SQL data warehouse, sorry, database, Azure SQL data warehouse, okay, or storage repositories. That is also using Azure Data Factory or using USQL. This is what used to do it. That is what used to do processing using. This is what used to do it. So now what has happened is, instead of that also Azure Data Factory, it is up to you how do you want to do it. You can use Azure Databricks also here. For processing, you can use Azure Databricks for processing. So this is what generally happens. But now this was till previous Azure till here, Databricks we are going to do it. Now what has happened is, okay, now we were working on Azure Synapse Analytics, right? Okay, leave it about Azure Databricks. I'll just show you one thing, then we'll go back to that. Go to Home, create new resource, come to your databases. Okay, you can see this, right? Azure Synapse Analytics. Now what has happened is, Azure Synapse Database Analytics has come. Now to do, leave about this for time being. So to have this, you need to create this one of the resource like this, right? Again, you need to create Azure storage separately, Azure Data Lake store. Again, you need to create Azure database or Azure SQL data warehouse or this one. and Azure Database, Data Factory, use SQL and Databricks. Like this, you need to create. But now what has happened is Azure Synapse Analytics. This is formally known as Azure SQL Data Warehouse. Don't worry, what we have talked about how data stores, what is the difference between SQL database, SQL data warehouse, what is the distribution patterns, how that what data is distributed into nodes and distribution. Same would be same with Azure SQL data warehouse and Azure Synapse Analytics would be same. But the only things would differ here is it is now in Azure Synapse Analytics, all are at one place. All in this only single service, not Azure Synapse Analytics. This is Azure Workspace. Okay, in this. So where does this workspaces comes is it comes under this analytics only. So what all comes is you will get storage. In this only you will get data factory. Okay, here you will get Azure SQL database or data warehouse. Okay, plus Azure Databricks plus Power BI. So you will not go anywhere. Once you create a workspace, in single workspace, you all get storage. This is Azure storage or Azure Data Lake Store, that is storage repository. Azure Data Factory, that is ETL integration tool. Azure SQL Database, SQL Data Warehouse, and Azure Databricks for processing, and Power BI for visualization. So these all would be coming in single single point. Okay, in one service you will get all this. So what is this Azure Databricks, right? Yeah, now let's go. So here what Azure Databricks does is, so here as I told you, this is a PaaS service, nothing but embedded with Apache Spark, and it is in-memory technology to process big data, huge amounts of workloads, or for processing big data loads. Okay, right. Now what we can do is here you can write you can write in three sorry in four different languages to process the data. So what are there is, basically we'll be using only too much, that is out of four we are going to use two languages in most of the cases, not other two will not be using it. So first is Scala, the second one is Python, third one is SQL, so fourth one is R language. So you know this Python and R, right? These are using for machine learning only. Yes, even Azure Databricks also used for machine learning. Okay, so they generally to process, after that process they embed some of the algorithm to pass the data, so they use it. So one is for processing big data workloads and for the machine learning also. Okay, no one uses Microsoft machine learning. They are separate libraries which they use in Eclipse, Anaconda. They are different tools they go, not for Azure. Okay, but they will be accessing this data stored in Azure Data Lake Store using the algorithms which are already written for machine learning, but not what they have been defined in Azure. Okay, yeah. So this Scala is nothing but it is similar to Java. Okay, and this is a machine learning. How do you use the machine learning? Same similar way. This is also for machine learning, and this is similar like SQL, that is PLSQL or T-SQL, right? Similar to that. So now, and here in Python, people have come with PySpark also. Okay, so there is no difference. The only thing is you need to include some of the libraries to process. So that's all very easy. You need not worry about that, right? So now most of the cases they use these two only, Scala and Python. And SQL and R, people who don't know how to process the data for transformations or filtering, the people who will go for will go for SQL. So what they do, we'll see that, right? Now let's see. So what we already have in, when you go for this, we can go home. I'll just show you how to create, but we'll not able to create Azure Databricks here. The reason is because of infrastructure, as I told you, RAM, these all memory, CPU, IO, these all required. So for that case, it goes beyond some 32 core. So we have, for free trial, we have only 4 cores of limitation to create. So we are not able to. So what we have done is we have got with other one. So if you go here, go to resource, go to analytics here, go to Databricks. Okay, here you can see this Apache Spark coming in. Give the resource group name, j-demo. Okay, Azure Databricks Workspace. Okay, now just next year. We have free trial also, but free trial is not allowing you to do it. Okay, you have in that free trial of 10 days DBU, that is Databricks units. So it will create, but it will not allow you. Once you create this namespace, you need to go and create, right? That you can do it. Just click on create here. So to overcome this problem, okay, to overcome this problem, what we have done, we have created some other a commodity client one. Okay, that is what https community dot cloudera dot databricks.com is a site. Okay, so take this site, you can go to this site, you can create a free trial subscription. So not free, they'll give you for 1 year, around some 1 year for subscription. Just go there. I'm using, let me go this here. Okay, so okay, now go here. I'm using the same one. Okay, community.cloud.databricks.com. You create this. Okay, right. This is similar to our own Databricks, but only thing is you can do everything. You can do everything, but the thing one would not be working in this case is Azure Key Vault. You can do everything. You can even go to access Azure storage. We'll talk that. Azure Data Lake Store. How to access, we'll see that. But the only thing, even this is generation 1 and generation 2. Okay, you can do it. Okay, both can access. But one thing you can't do it is Azure Key Vault. We'll talk that. I'll create and show you how does it doesn't work. If that is not, then what we do. This will not work. Okay, this is not going to work. Let's go. Right. First we'll create Azure storage. Okay. So you know how to access this Azure storage, right? When you create Azure storage, you go create container, right? Under that you create blobs, right? So what is this? You will have for this, once you create what, let's see. Okay, leave about this. Go to home, create resource, come to storage. Okay, give some name here and giving this name ESTS2 version 2. Okay, next year I'm taking only here. I'm disabling this generation 2. Okay, if I enable, then data lake generation will do come. Otherwise, if you disable, I'll get only Azure storage. Okay, we have seen this. Just review and create now. Just click on create here. Go to that site, and you also people have create your own login. You can create your own login there. community.cloud.databricks.com. Yeah, we have created this also. Let's go to resource here. Okay, now just go to the container. I'll create a container with name def development something. Oh yeah, now you try to upload this data here. You know how to get the data into this. Just go. I'm taking all similar data there. I'm putting here data files slash employees. Okay, click enter here. Okay, in this we have data. Just see what data we have put there. Okay, this is data that I am putting here. Right, now let's go. Right, now what we need to know here is, whenever you want to access Azure Data Lake Store, what we have done in external, we have created some polybase, right? Polybase, external table we have created. So what we have done there to access this, what are required when you want to create a table. So we were creating some resource group, external resource, external table, external file format. These all we were creating, right? File format, external resource, these all. So what we have taken there, we have taken one is access key, right? And other thing is storage and container name, right? Storage name storage and container name. So if you go here, come to the storage, this is the account name, right? This is the Azure storage account, and we have access keys here. So this is the access key that we require, and under this, if you go here, we want a container. We have storage name, we got access keys from here, and if you go to overview, we'll get container name, right? Let's see now what is that storage name is. Okay, container name, access keys, copy this. These three are required. Okay, right. Now let's go and create how we are going to access this. Okay, let's go to your Databricks here. So once you create this, is similar to what you have in Azure storage. If you don't have Azure store, if you don't have Cloudera, or sorry, if you don't have your Azure subscription, then what you can do, go to this data. Now go here, you will have some databases here. You don't have param, but what you can do, leave about this table, these all. Go to add data here. Sorry, we'll create that also cluster. Let me create, this was created last. Okay, yeah, let me delete this. Go here, go and create. So whatever you have Microsoft in Azure, same thing is being shown. Okay, then instance where it is getting created, availability zone. Then you have something Spark. This is also very much important to put your environment variables to call. Okay, right, now just create. I'll create some Databricks demo cluster. Create, click on create here. You can see worker nodes is all getting here. Okay, what is DBU is Databrick units, which is measured in Databrick unit. How do you have that DTU, DW, this all. So here it is also measured with DBU, Databrick bricks units. Just click on create. Let that get created. So automatically it is going to get terminated or delay, like terminated. Then again you need to create. Why it is goes is when after 120 minutes of time, if you're not able to use, that will get terminated. So again what you need to do, you need to go and create. So now you have a got cluster, right? You got cluster here. Just click on this. Okay, now you have got cluster what we go created. You can see the runtime version, notebooks, libraries. Okay, event log. When you process, you'll get it. Okay, just leave that, you can see later. Now you have something called instance Spark. Okay, you can set the environment variables here also, that you can do it in Azure. When you go for ODBC, you will have this URL. Okay, right. If you have really practiced use SQL, you should have got the doubt for me. You people might have asked me, but you have not asked. That's okay. Now when you go for use SQL, right, use SQL, what you used to do is you used to process the data from Azure Data Lake Store Gen 1. This is what you are going to process is, right? Process. After the processing, output is also stored in Azure Data Lake Store Gen 2. That is Gen 1, right? That is output. This is okay. That is also used to store in TXT or CSV or TSV format files only, right? This is what you used to do it. Now when you're storing like this, you are not allowed to go, as I told you, you are not allowed to go to portal and check the files, whether the input files are there, output files are there, or after process the output is right or wrong. You'll not able to go and check, because you can go and check, but you'll not be allowed to touch in the real time. You're not allowed to touch this data lake store. You can't open this portal like this. You can't do as you are doing here. You go, they'll not give this permission to anyone. They'll give only the resource group name, resource, not even resource, not required, the name of the account, name of the service, and this its authentication, so that you can just use it. No one goes in the real time touches this portal. So in that time, how do you check this when you process use SQL? Okay, so what do you need to do? You need to install your SQL Workbench. SQL Workbench. So what does this SQL Workbench will do is, this SQL Workbench will take Azure Databricks cluster. So in this Azure Databricks, what happens? Hive is by default, Hive database is by default created. What is this Hive? Hive scope we all talk in weekend sessions. That is from next Saturday and Sunday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday and Sunday. So what happens here is, whatever the input folder that you are creating here, generation 1 input folder and output folder after process you create, on top of that a table is created, which on top table is created on top of Azure Data Lake Store Gen 1, that is on output folder, that is mapped to Hive database. So Julie SQL Workbench, in this SQL Workbench you will use this Hive database. To use this Hive database, what you need to do, a Hive DLL has to be registered with SQL Workbench. Okay, so after that only you'll be able to create. So once this is created, then what you do, you just say select star from table name. This is what you generally do it. This is all happens when you do, like when you do with SQL Workbench. Okay, right. Okay, this we are not able to create Azure Databricks, so we'll not able to, because I have tried with this also. At that time, what you need to do, you are going to use this one, this this point, this one. Here you need to make Hive to Hive, and that if at all the DLL is registered with Hive or Hive 2, this is with whatever name that you have, you should register that. And next one is, you need to put here, instead of one, you need to put true here, not one. And here you have a token, user ID is token, you got password, you need to generate password. So how do you generate is using Databricks, you need to go and generate that password. Okay, that you can do it. So that using SQL Workbench, you need to install. I think I should have it. I'll just show you. SQL Workbench. Yeah, here you have Workbench here. Okay, you can just see this. Once you open, what happens here is just try to open this. Is it 32? Yeah, it is 64-bit. No worries. Okay, now if you go here, it'll ask you the driver. Now you need to register this driver. Where you will get this driver is either you should download. I should have it. If not, we should download the driver. Yeah, you need to download the driver. Once you get download, I think 1 minute. Yeah, you can see here. I've opened. You can see this Uber hyphen Hive hyphen JDBC hyphen 1.2.1. You just go that, copy this path. I'm taking this. Okay. Now it will ask for the URL, right? Now go there. Now provide this URL we are taking, right? Just remove this. What I've done, I've done nothing. Just see. I'll just do once again for you. Go to the SQL Workbench. Okay. I'm using 64-bit. I also have Hive JDBC jar file. Just go there, open this. Okay. Now give some name. I'll give some name as Hive jar file something, some name there. Now which driver you want to select? You have all the drivers, SQL servers, all or whatever the RDBM is present in the market, you'll have all the jar drivers here. If not, you need to install. Okay. So that's up to you. Now you have Hive 2 also. You select whatever would be based on the jar file that you are going to upload. Select this. Now go here. Now once you have selected this jar file, just go there. Now try to open. Now I'm just removing this. Okay, I'll upload now. Now take this path. Okay, shit. Sorry, that's not come. Uh, what is that path? Workbench build 124. Okay, now try to give this jar file. Just open this. Now you just say okay. After this is over, what you need to do? Take this URL. Which URL? Go here. Take this URL. Copy this. Yeah, we already have. Just remove this one. Okay, this is yeah. I'll just show you once again. Just let me paste it here. Remove this token. Okay, semicolon or semicolon. Just go. Remove this. Okay. Now SSL is true. Okay. Now here you need to give Hive because we have taken library Hive. Just take this. Okay. Paste here in URL case. Okay. Now this would not be working because we'll see whether it is going to work or not. I have not tested. I have tested with Azure Databricks. Now what is user ID? Yeah, we need to generate the token also. Token we don't have. that password. Just username is token. Just take this token. Okay, now we need to have password. We'll see whether we'll be able to create using this or not. I think no, from here somewhere. No, we don't have option to create here. Uh,
Click on that workspace user space at the right topmost right, I guess. User space topmost,
here,
yeah. Click on user setting,
manage account.
manage account.
Manage
Yeah.
account.
Okay. No.
No, we are not able to do it. This is for that is what you can do. I
Yeah.
think you can do it from here. Even from here also you can do it. Even from
Mhm.
also when you take that data. But here is only for the one the account that you have created, right? That
Yeah.
password
Yeah.
change is asking you. But this is the way you need to do it. Generally, token is already given by default here. So we are not able to do it. Git integration. This all leave it. Yeah. Yes. Will not able to. So once you put this, then automatically you are connected to Hive database in Spark. So automatically it is getting connected and it will show you the database that you are connected here in this statement one. Okay. So that is what after that database is created, then you need to create table on top of data lake store generation one. That is what I was telling you. Create a table on top of that will be mapped to Hive database because under that database only you will be pointing to that data lake storage generation one. Okay, this is what you do it in the real time in the workspace using this workspace. Unfortunately, we are not able to do, but if you want, we'll play a video, but I'll not able to share that video. Okay, right. Just leave this. Okay, just understand till here. You need to have SQL Workbench like this. Okay, just go search for the SQL Workbench, but appropriate URL you need to download. You have many things where you can download from this AutoWorks or Cloudera or from even you need not download. They automatically set and give you also in the real time when you work. You need not worry. But the only things why we are going is tomorrow when you want to tell in the real time what your work, we need to tell step by step all this. That's the reason we are. Otherwise, this all not required for you to go this. Okay. Now let's go to directly. We'll go to cluster. Okay, just open this cluster here. Okay, right now go. Now I was telling you if you don't have Azure storage or Azure data lake store, what you'll do it. Other day I was telling you because I have never worked using this community edition connecting to Azure storage, Azure data lake store. When Ravi told me that it is going to work, then I tried, then it was working. But unfortunately, but that should have been work, but it didn't work for me. Right? Let's just leave it. So what we have, just go to home here. Okay. Now you can see this default coming in. Similar like Hive also you'll get once you create. So when do you get this is when you create the cluster. See some of the default databases you have. So if these tables are stored, we could create a temporary table giving some name. So that table is going to get created. This we'll see. But what is similar like our storage or Azure Data Lake store, it has also given some file storage. Just go click add. What was not? Yeah, just do sorry in this one data. Okay, just leave about this databases tables that we'll see later. Okay, now go here, click on add. What it is not getting? Yeah, let's see. Okay, let me refresh. Yeah, now you got. So now what happens is upload the file here. Just go. Okay, upload this. Either you can do like this, or you can just go here, browse. Don't go for select here, just go for browse. Or you can drag and drop also. Now just go drop these files there. Okay. Now you can just create a table also. You can just go here. I have created upload file in this. You have S3. Okay, AWS S3 bucket is getting created. DBFS, it is nothing but Databricks file system. Okay, go to data sources. So we have these all data sources here. Few of the data is by default given. Just go to whatever you have uploaded, right? Just go. Yeah, we don't have option to see that. Okay, just go. Now just create a notebook or within UI. So it will create for you. It will ask for the cluster that you have created. Just go. Now preview the data. Similar case we are going to work. Now the temporary table has created by by something. Default database is taken. Okay, you have other yeah. Now you can see the data coming in. So column delimiter, first row header, infer schema, these all will see. So this is only for creating table or creating a node table in notebook. Okay, actual this is what we are going to do. Now it has taken Python language. So you can see this read dot format this all automatically code has given. You need not worry about this. Okay. So this is the same thing what we are going to give. So in place of this Azure data, in place of file location, we are going to give our Azure storage, Azure data lake store, these all, and extension, these all we are going to do. Let's see. But here what they are doing is they have instead of Azure storage or Azure data lake store, we can directly upload the files and work on. Right? This is how we can do it. So let's leave this. Let's go to our notebooks. Go to home. Go to workspace. Okay, users is all. Go here. Sorry, let me go to cluster here. 1 minute. Yeah, go to workspace, not home or data or cluster. Go to workspace. You'll get here user. Under this user, whatever you have worked, it will show you. Just go create or import clone is nothing but creating a new duplicate one with the same file which already existing. Just go to new, export this all, just go to new, just say create notebook and select what language you wanted. So don't worry about that language, what language you are using it. So what you can do it is, you can, if you have created Scala language, Scala notebook, okay. So you have created, first step what you have done, you have read the files, you have read the files from Azure storage or Azure data lake store, that is generation 1 or gen 2. Okay, you have read. So after that what you have got some data into some table. Assume that you are getting in some data, that is what table, but we will not call that as a table, we are going to call that as a data frame, DT, that is DF, we call as data frame here. So we'll leave about that. Understand that table and data frame are equal, one and same. It will hold the data frame also will hold the data. We'll see what is that. Okay, now this code you have wrote in SQL, the sorry Scala. but now after that you want to convert to the Python. So you can convert. What you can do, just say percentage percentile Python. So now from here, even though you have created notebook with Python, sorry, even though you have created a notebook with Scala, and you have wrote a code to read files from data lake store or data lake generation 1 or 2 using Scala. After that is over, you want to go to use, now you, after that, in the second step, you want to use the Python, then you can say just percentile Python. So automatically now you can write your Python code here, Python code. After that you want to convert again to Scala. So you need to convert, because by default Scala is a notebook you are defined, created. But if you want to convert this into SQL, just go write SQL here. Write your SQL code in the same Python notebook. Sorry, in the same Scala notebook. Okay. So as I told you, most of the people use Scala or Python. Okay. Now even if you go for Cloudera or Autumnworks also, most of the people are going for Python and SpicePark, which is very much fast compared to other languages. If you go for Scala, automatically what happens is it is going to convert into Java classes, then it is going to convert into jar files, then it is going to process the data. That is what. In case of Python, it is very much fast when you compare with other one. And on top of Python, you got a PySpark language also. Okay, right. Now let's go. Right. What I'll try to do is I'll try to show you. Okay, now we'll speak, we'll talk about how you can access files from Azure storage. Okay, let's do it. So you need not in one good thing in Azure Databricks is you need not learn anything. Little bit Scala and little bit Python and little bit SQL you have, you can survive with Databricks. Why? The reason I'm telling you is these all reading files either in Scala, Python. You are already DLLs or defined. DLLs are defined and registered also in Azure Databricks. So what happens here is they have already given that sample code. If you go, I'll show you. I'll open in front of you. I'll just copy that code and paste, and I'll just put appropriate values there. So that's the reason what we required. I've already told you. So first thing we want is Azure storage account name, right? Then we want Azure container name. Then we want Azure storage access keys. These are required. Okay. So if you have these three, then you'll able to read the file, at least read and store in your data frame. Okay. That is in a table like a SQL server. Right. Let's go. I'll give some here. Azure storage demo 1. Okay. I'm going with Scala. I'll convert that into Python also when I try to read with the Python. Okay. Just click on create. Okay. Right. What code we wanted? Just go to Google. Just need not worry. Okay. Azure storage and Azure Databricks. Okay, just go to the code. You'll have code there in Scala and Python. We'll just copy paste it and we'll make some changes. You need not. Okay, just go there. Right. See, take this code. Okay. It's for more. yeah, we'll see mounting these all everything. Let's see. Now I'm taking this scala. Okay, first thing what we need to understand is we have something called concept called mounting and unmounting. Okay, so what we used to do is to access your Azure Data Lake Azure storage. What you used to do? You used to call AWS WASBS, right? Container name at the rate Azure storage account name dot windows dot blob dot net. This is what actually path. Under this you will have folders called data files. Under this will have folders called employees, right? So what we used to do is here we give something container as development, right? Container name is development and storage account name is something Azure storage demo ex is the name. So instead of giving this whole to the outside world, okay, instead of giving this whole to the outside world to know, if you give this entire URL, there might be a security problem. So they have come with other concept called mounting. So when they have told that mounting, so for this one, they want to give some different name. They want to hide this. When I want to, I'll not give user or the person who is going to code. I'll not give this one to him. But internally, when I give some other different name, that is, I'll mount this entire thing. I'll mount with different value. Just see mount, that is db utils.fs. Don't worry, I'll show this also. Dot mount is what used for mounting. Same db util. I think db utils or util something. Utils.fs unmount. Okay, this is for unmounting. So what I'll do, instead of giving this entire name, okay, I'll give, but that should start with /mnt after this, because we have something called data files slash employees. So what I'm doing, this is the entire path, right? Because under this I have start.txt files. So what I want to do, till here I want to hide. Till here I want to give some name. Actually that name will be, when I refer that name, I'm what I'm telling is I'm telling like employee files or flat files like this. For what? For this one, this path, I'm giving a different name. Till here I'm giving a different name called mnt/mnt flat files. Nothing but I'm mounting so that tomorrow I don't want to expose this part to the outside world for security reasons. So now what I'll do, when I say mounting there, I'm giving this name. So when I want to refer to that storage, I'll refer like this mnt/slash flat files slash data files slash employees slash start.txt. You can give start.txt or not, that doesn't matter because you are going to define the format. Leave about that. Now this path, I'm renaming this path as mnt/mnt/flat files. but you should understand that this should mounting should start with slash mnt only. If you give some other name, it will not take, it will not understand that you are doing mounting. Tomorrow you want to re-access the files, just take this path. So this path is referred to store container storage. Under that folder, under that you have one more folder, under that you have this file. So you just need this path. So mounting, you can't do mounting every time, you should do only for the first time. If you keep on doing mounting, so what happens is it will throw the error telling that mounting is already done. Then you need to unmount and do it once again if you want. So why this is required is, one thing is you need to understand is, for security purpose it is creating for security purpose. We'll see, I'll show you for security purpose. And other thing, and most of the other people tell is, one more layer is created on top of the Azure storage or Azure data lake store. Okay, one more layer is created on top of Azure storage or Azure data lake store. This is what generally people say, these two terms only. I don't know how it is going to get created, but people say like this. But I feel like that is only to not to expose the data to the outside world. They do it, I feel. Okay, right. Now let's go. And how to mount is, mount we'll see, but unmounting use do this, right? Let's see. Now let's go. Right. Take the code that we have kept here. You have scale. Okay, you can take whichever you wanted. Okay, now just copy this one. As I told you, dbutils.fs for mounting, right? Same thing you have here also, dbutils.fs.mounting. Okay, right, let's go. Right, so what all you required here? One is container name, as I told you. One is storage name. Okay, what is directory that you wanted? It's up to you whether you want to keep directory or not. That's up to you. One is config key. One is db utils or utils this all. So what is the scope key? We'll see. Now we'll just give the container name. Okay, just we'll take one by one. Go to overview. Knowing this Databricks is very important. If you say you know this, you worked on data side, that is Azure SQL or Azure, these all people will definitely ask whether you know this Azure Databricks and you know that Scoop, Hive, Spark, Scala. You just go and say, I know only that Polybase, I know only Data Factory or UseSQL. I think Data Factory would, to much of the extent, Data Factory we use, but remaining for processing, that is only for loading extent only for Databricks. But processing, people use Databricks only. So you should have this knowledge also. Yeah, there is a container name. Just take this container name. Okay, give the storage account name here. Okay, now go to container. This is a development, right? Just copy this. Okay, you have directory. For time being, what I'm doing, I'm not taking any directory. You have, even though I have this directories here in development, I have data files. Data files, I can take this data file and put there also here where you have got directory, right? Yes, I'll do undo. You got directory. You can put. I don't want to take that. I don't want to keep. Okay, just leave. Now you want mounting. So I told you you need to definitely start with /mnt. So now you give some name here. What I'll give? Flat files. Okay, flat files. Then you should have doubt now. Where should I get this config value, config key? Right? Just go to that path, that one. this one what we have taken. Now you can just see mount name is dbfs name blob. Okay, that is mounted on dbfs Databricks file system. Now whatever the files that are present in storage container blob or files index will be mounted on Databricks file system. As I told you, there is a one more top layer created. Okay, so that is getting created in Databricks file system, or for the security purpose I told you. So the same thing is happening. Now you have something called config key. So config key can be either FS Azure account key storage or this also. So what we'll do, I'll just take this. Okay, take this, just paste there. Okay, in this it should be double quotes only. Okay, now get the storage account name. Put the storage account name here. Okay, no spaces. Right. Now what is about this DB utils secrets get? As I told you in the only first, so we have something called Azure Key Vault. Azure Key Vault. So what happens there is, so yeah, I'll tell you that also, but it is not going to work. For the time being, just leave. We'll talk. So what you need to keep now, it is not working in our case. So it is asking here, it is asking you to put this. So for time being, what we'll do, we'll just instead of Azure Key Vault here, that is you get scope name, secret scope name, key name. So I'll tell you what, how does that scope name get, how does you get key vault, that is scope name, key name. I'll tell you when I create. I'll create, but somehow it will not allow you to do it. Don't worry. Now just remove this. Okay, put single quotes here. Okay, sorry, double quotes. Okay, now what you need to do is see appropriate brackets are there or not. Okay, this is for this map and this is for mounting. Now what you need to place here is just go to this storage account. In this storage you got this access keys, right? Just take one of the access key from here, copy this, paste there. Okay, so now you are done mounting. Just what we have done, we have taken container name, VASBS, you already know, container name, account name, and this is for your config key and this is access key, right? Now just click enter. Okay, now it started executing, then the command is getting executed on cluster, database cluster. It's already mounted, I think it's already mounted. How come? I think somehow someone yeah, let's do it. I'll just unmount that. Now you can see this directory already mounted, means there might be a folder on this Databricks which is already mounting. So what I'll do, I'll just remove this. I'll just say EMP files, okay, for time, because EMP files I'm giving. I've just removed flat files I'm giving. Just say Control Enter. Now it is getting executed on Databricks cluster. Now you can see that Spark job is getting executed, right? Right? Now it has got true. Now again you hit enter. Now it will scold you saying that Databricks folder file is already mounted. So you can't do mounting for multiple times. So if you at all you want to unmount, if you got some change you want to unmount, just go, just write dbutils.fs unmount. Okay, give this path. Copy this, whatever the path that you have given, not the source one, not this one, not this one. The pointing mount point that you are given, that path you need to give. Just go, click enter. Okay, now you can see the Spark job is getting executed. So what happens is every time, okay, that is unmounted. Now you just go and mount. Right, that has got unmounted, that is mounted now. So now what you need to do is, now we'll try to read the file. So for reading also you need not worry. Okay, everything as Microsoft is given for you, not Microsoft. Even Databricks on AutomWorks or Cloud is also given. Okay, right. But I'll be only telling how to read and do some transformations and store the files. But in depth you wanted, then we'll talk, we'll see in the weekends on Scala high, that Scala Sparks Spark SQL Spark stripping, that we'll see in weekends. Okay, just see now. Now what I want to do is, I want to read the files here, the files that are stored in, you have you have this container, right? Container development. Now you should forget about this container till development. You should only focus from data files and employee files only, because this account name and container you already mounted, so you need to forget. Now you should only concentrate on this data files and employees only. Just go there now. Now what I'll do, I'll define a variable called df. Just understand is this df is similar to a object that is going to store the value once is processed. It might be a similar to a table or data frame. Okay, so table contains the columns and values, but table is predefined created with the column and data types. But here data frame is not predefined created, we can create the predefined data frame also. Okay, right, let's leave that. Now go there, we have something called spark dot read dot format. In text files we have something called txt dot txt csv dot csv, and this dot xls is that right? Yeah, and this is supported when you go for dot xl and dot xsx, that is xlx, this is not supported. Okay, this is not supported. Let's go. Right, so you have read dot format. Here what you need to do, even you want to read txt file or csv file, by default you need to tell csv file only. Okay, but you might have doubt now. Now I got, now csv file is nothing but comma separated value, right? It supports only comma. but in txt you can have any delimiter, right? That is default delimiter is comma. You can have other delimiters also, right? Now we are using pipe symbol, right? Let's go and see there. You are using pipe symbol here. So comma is separate is, so what you can do is you can specify the delimiter there. So in CSV, when you say CSV format, that is format CSV, so it supports txt files and CSV files also. But if at all you have any other delimiter, then you need to specify there. Okay, right? Let's go CSV dot. So what all your options you want to specify? Because when we are creating a data, when we are creating a data source data set in a data factory, I'm comparing and telling you data factory source data sets, then you were telling the type of delimited file. Now it is text file or CSV file. Okay, column delimiter, right? We were telling column delimiter as pipe there, right? First row as header, that is equal to true. This is what we were told, right? And door row delimiter is by default new line. You need not tell about this. Okay, this is new line. This is by default, so you need not worry. So, but by default, if it is comma, you need not tell about a column delimiter. But here there's a pipe, so you need to tell delimiter. By default, it assumes that the file doesn't have header, right? By default, that's the reason they give a check mark, yes or no. That checkbox would be unchecked. That means that file doesn't have header. Now you should go and say true, so that it is, so these two properties you need to tell in Databricks. So let's go. Now go here, tell, just enter dot. I'm not giving dot on that option header true, option we say delimiter there. We were using usequal, we were telling, right? In usequal, what we were telling is, we were telling delimiter is equal to true, that is for delimiter. Output skip first n row something, so we were telling that number one to skip. So that is what we were telling there in delimiter. Now what has come here is we have come with different, that is header equal to true here. Instead of skip first rows, something like, instead of delimiter we are telling skip, that is separator, not skip, it is separator. Okay, right? Instead of, now after that is over, now tell, now you need to give the path, that is nothing but load, give the path. What is the path now? This path, right? Mounting, take this mounting path slash data files slash, what is that happen, employees slash txt. Okay, we have, see here, employee files, data files, employees, you have txt files. Even though you don't give this txt also, it will work because it will take all the files you need not, but you are told csv here. So that is when you told csv, but you are trying to route txt, so it might give a problem in some cases. So let's do, then we'll take it the txt and see. Now we are done. We are told format as csv, header as equal to true, and separator as column delimiter as pipe symbol, and path as path. Just click enter. dft, yeah, okay. I'm defining as a val. There is a two difference here. You need to understand what is val and var. Val and var. Okay. What we say, declare at the rate I int, right? So what we say, set at the rate I equal to 10. Okay. This is what we had. I'm just declaring at the rate I of data type int. But here when I say val, it can be of any data type. By default, it takes as a data frame object in Scale or Python. So val, similar like declare, I'm using val to declare that dft. So or var dft. So what is the difference between this val? Why you need to, why in SQL you have only declare statement, declare keyword to declare variable. Then what is the case of val and var here? So other day I opened that terminal and showed you, right? So here when you say df1, okay, so once I say val df1 equal to 100, so when I print df1, now it will print 100. Now if I just say df1 is equal to 200, now I want to assign second time, then reassignment will fail here. Okay, in case of, because you are declared here, you are declared this variable and you have started assigning a value like this, so second time you are assigning, so it will fail. But now if you go here, say df1 is equal to 200, it will work. So first time what you have done, that will get overhead, but what we have done, we have told val df1 is equal to 100, and I have printed. Again, I have not told val, I will just taken df1 is equal to 200, so it will fail. To override that one, overcome, then you need to declare again, so this will get removed from memory. Now again you declare when you say val df1 again, so this will remove and this will treat as a new variable. So in this case, no, you don't want to declare like this again, just using this variable name only you want to assign, then you need to go with the var. Okay, overriding happens there. Oh, in case of val, overriding is not allowed. In case of var, overriding is allowed. That's only a difference. Now I'm using val. Okay, right. Now just click enter. That that is part of Scala. We'll see in Scala part. You have many things struck this. Okay, now you got. Now you see this Spark job DF is org Apache Spark SQL data frame. As I told you, this is getting created data frame. Just click on this, you got everything as string. Why it has got id, name, sal? Because we told that that has got header, so it has got id, name, sal, department number, and data type is string. Okay, that's okay. But here if you do this, people by seeing this, what they understand, they understand this is integer, right? Because id, that is integer, name as string, sal is something float or decimal, okay, and department is 10, so integer. So what happens here is, by default, it is getting detected. What is getting detected? This, it is getting detected. So it is detecting this as string. Okay, just leave. If you want to get the same data type what is defined here based on the values that column is containing, based on that you don't want, I told you we can create our own data frame defining the column name and value also. But no, let the system detect using this column. You don't want to create, let this column names to be taken from the file and let the system detect, so it will detect. But these are not appropriate because by default we have not given some value there. So we'll give that value and see that it should detect appropriate data type of value of a column. Okay, we'll see that later. Now just go, click here, df.show. What is df here? Is data frame, right? Here also df, I'm just showing what I'm, instead of writing select start from table, we can write this, we can convert this into a table. We'll see that all tomorrow. Okay, just go, click enter. How to convert a data frame into a temporary object, we can see that. Now you can see this, right? The values has come. Okay, right. Now what I'll do, this is getting string, this is getting string, right? So why I wanted something that automatically this database cluster, that is notebook, should detect data type based on the values of column, that values in the column. So what you need to go here, there we have some separate property called option dot infer schema uh, equal to true. That is okay, right. Now just go and clicking enter, control enter again, control enter. Either you click control enter or you have something here, run this cell, run above cells, all this. If you want only particular cell, then run this, run cell, or select that cell and just say control enter. Okay, now did you see this data types got detected based on the value of a column? Integer, string, integer, here also integer. Okay, now just see, now it will got in the form of table. Okay, right. Now if you want to create this as a table, as a temporary object, you can create this as a temporary object. Okay, just create, see now, I'll remove this, df dot create, create or replace. So first letter of first word should be smaller, and after that how many words should come, that first letter should be capital. Create or replace temp view. Okay, give some name, employee. Okay, now just press control F, control enter. Okay, now it has got created. Now just go, give here percentile SQL. As I told you, these are supported. Use SQL, Python, R, Scala is support. Till now we were writing in Scala. You can see, if you want to understand in which language this is written, you can see on the top here where the hand symbol is shown. Here it is written in Scala. Okay, just see. Now enter. Now write select star from like SQL Server. How do you write select start from? Then you can do all these joins, everything. Okay. Now just control enter. Now similar like SQL Server, you'll get a table. Okay. So where does this store is? It will store you in some year in data, right? Here it will show you. You should get it refreshed. Okay. So this is how it get created. Okay. So this is how you generally do it. So this is what we have seen with Azure storage. We have Azure Data Lake Store also. So this is what right? What we need to get from here. We need to get we need to create Azure Active, sorry, Azure Active Directory. In this, go for app registrations. Okay, once you create app registration, okay, you will get app name. Under that, you will get app ID. You will get app key, that is secret generated. So now you need to use these all for what? For that Azure Data Lake Store when you want access. So using this, you'll do it. So Azure Key Vault, I'll tell you the how to do it. I'll tell you, and some programming for the transformations, how to use that or where, and how to clean the data, that I'll show you. For today, you just try to work on this. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Just work on. We'll see. I'll try to work on remaining something. Tomorrow we'll see Azure Data Lake Store, and I'll tell you how to work on that Azure Key Vault also. I'll tell you how to take it from there. But remaining, we'll see to a what extent that one of API service is not allowed to configure here. If you go here, I'll just put yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, here you'll get a scope secret. So it will take some time to load it. Okay, we'll see if it is loading. Okay. Yeah, we'll see this tomorrow. Okay, data lake, and we'll see. I think tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll see. Later from weekend, we'll try to see that scoop hive. Okay, right. Okay, chalo. I'll upload once this is done, converted. I'll upload them.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello. Yeah, actually, this community edition with the free trial account, can we create this one?
Yeah, free trial account only. This is a free only.
Okay. With the
You
same
can
that
create.
free trial account, we can access this.
Yeah, you can do it. Whatever I told, that is using free trial only. For 1 year,
Okay,
they'll give you.
okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks.
right. Chalo.
Thank you, Srikanth.
Right. Chalo.